off you go. Please
Only
introduce...
music fans, hello.
Hello.
Hello. We're talking about the worst concert we've ever been to today. Christopher, you go first.
Well, I'm going to perhaps be a little unexpected here. Instead of appraising a gig as being bad because the performances were terrible or because some other reason, well, it is some other reason. The venue is the original Wembley Stadium.
Nice.
And the band headlining was U2. Zeropa Tour, so I think that was 92, thereabouts.
When we were young.
Well, I was about in my early 20s, I think, so it was about 10 years ago. Hang on, that doesn't tally, but you get the idea. I'm young. And also, anyway, U2 were headlining and they're being supported by PJ Harvey.
Oh, Polly.
Yes,
Lover.
yes, but the worst gig ever for me because, and this is going to sound bizarre, possibly even unbelievable, but I swear it's true, the kick drum was so viciously violent, it physically hurt. So I'm stood there and every time the kick drum hit, it was like being thumped in the chest, like properly thumped. It was so loud. Yeah. I mean, I presume they were making a point about aggression and making a point about the set. I have no idea what the thinking was. All I can tell you is I thought I was genuinely in trouble, as in I thought I was going to have a heart attack or something because it hurt that badly.
That's no good.
So the only thing I could think of to counter it was to sit down and let the bodies of the people stood up around me absorb it, which worked. And the previous band, I didn't have any problem with sound and pain. And when U2 came on, I didn't have any sensation.
Just a sound man that didn't like PJ Harvey, or you, maybe.
But that also reminds me, I know this is kind of going a little off-piste, but it is great because you'll all owe me a huge debt of gratitude when I finish telling you this story. So I was stood in front of the little tent. Remember, halfway down the pitch, they have a little tent where the mixing guys are there doing their magic with the knobs and faders and so on. Stop it. And just hand it to him on a plate, don't I? Anyway, that sounded wrong. Anyway, it's more like a silver salver at this point, surely.
Get on with it.
A long, thin one. Anyway, no, it's quite wide actually. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, David Bowie suddenly walks out into the tented area with Iman, and I lose all interest in U2 at this point because David Bowie's standing just a few feet behind me.
Obviously.
And so it was during his Tin Machine period. So.
Oh.
I spent 20 minutes just shouting, Dave, 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 like at the top of my... You two are busy...
Like Alan Partridge.
Hiding from Trabants.
With Bowie.
Yeah. So they're looking for Trabants on their heads and all of it. Anyway, so Dave, Dave! And eventually, whether he was actually taking any notice or not, I do not know. He looked over my way and I very, very loudly, at the loudliest I could possibly muster, shouted, Dave, Tin Machine are crap. And shortly after that, they stopped operating. And I'd like to think, I'd like to think after I've belted my microphone some more, there we go. I'd like to think that I'm personally responsible for putting Dave back on track.
You should definitely take some credit for that.
I feel it's...
Face it, yeah. And I think you've done us all a massive service, yeah.
Well, I have. I'm Tigger.
You are Tigger, because Tiggers are
wonderful thing.
Wonderful things. Very good. That sounds like quite a day out.
It was. But anyway, I'm sorry, I feel like I've dominated there a little bit. Didn't mean to, but it was a nice memory, and I wish I'd said something nicer to him, really, but there we go.
Retrospect is a wonderful thing.
But Tin Machine were awful.
They were shit.
Yeah.
They were shit. Okay.
So, worst gig, Jules?
My worst gig, the only good thing about this was I didn't have to pay for it because I was dragged there by an ex-girlfriend. That's why she's ex. It's even earlier than yours.
Okay.
It was wasn't Wembley. It was the NEC Birmingham, and it was INXS.
Oh yeah.
Whom my girlfriend was a massive fan. And
we had
front row tickets.
Oh.
And it was dreadful. And I can't even begin to say how unhappy I was with it. It was awful.
Or can I just offer the Melody Maker review of INXS at this point?
Please.
Yeah. INXS are very good at what they do.
What they do is not very good.
Very good.
Correct. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Good review.
Yeah. It was pretty awful from start to finish. They just not a very good band. They were at the absolute peak of their powers as well. You know, Kick had just come out.
Oh right. So it's about 87 then.
87, 88, I guess. Front row. I actually fell asleep halfway through. But at the beginning, the band came out, started playing not very well, and then the Antipodean strangle wanker that was Michael Hutchins rolled onto the stage on a skateboard, and I just thought, you're a
Did he?
grown man. Yeah.
Oh, referencing the cover of Kick, perhaps.
Oh, God, I just thought, what a...
You're going to bleep that out?
What?
Yes, that word.
Probably. Anyway, they were awful. I did briefly fall asleep.
I'm sorry, strangle wanker. Is that all your own work?
I've never tried it. Anyway, they were terrible. I mean, it's a shame because they did some good songs. I liked a lot of their songs. I like,
So apart from the fact that they were awful, was there anything else memorably bad about the gig? They were just shit band?
No, they were just shit.
Okay.
They were just shit. That's all I got.
Well, hang on. I've got an right. I saw INXS in '86.
Okay, were they shit?
At Wembley Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Supporting Queen.
Ah.
And it's bizarre. They it always amused me. I was with my wife, I think, or well, anyway, someone was there.
With somebody.
And my wife always pronounced it as INXS, which amused me because she didn't get the little wordplay thing that they'd attempted with that acronym. Or anyway, so whatever. Whoever it was at Wembley Stadium, I don't think liked INXS very much because they put the band name up as INXS for the stage, so it says INXS, and out came
Perfect.
INXS, which is very strange. And then, anyway, the Queen audience did not rate them at all and bottled them off after. Which, Queen audiences aren't normally violent, as far as I'm aware, but no, they were not fans.
Yet they continued to tour.
I know, but
You could have done us a favour then by shouting, "Oi,
oi, Michael, you
shit."
strangle wanker!" Yeah, also true. But no, I do remember clearly that they had a very thin sound, very thin and tinny, and I kept sort of. This is a very old heckle. It did make me laugh back in the day, and it was very appropriate. I just remember thinking, this is the longest verse I've ever heard.
I can't remember a time when this song wasn't playing.
Yes, that sort of thing.
Awful.
Anyway, so there we are, our worst ever gigs.
That's our worst one. So
yeah.
Drop yours below if you wish, or just keep it to yourself. If it's anything to do like ours, just keep it to yourself.
Yes, we don't want any anecdotes about just crapping yourself at the gig or anything like that. What was wrong with the performance? That's what we're after.
You're welcome to drop strangle wank comments though if you wish. See you next time.
Strangle wank.